Hey, happy holidays. It's the, what is it, the 27th of December. It is 2021, soon to be 22. Did you have a good weekend?
I had a fabulous weekend.
One of the best Christmases I've ever had. My first in Vegas, very mellow. Not all my kids there because they all have boyfriends, girlfriends, traveling, being someplace. So just had my two youngest kids there, boy and girl twins.
Interesting.
And didn't have my oldest daughter. She was in California visiting her grandpa, who was has Alzheimer's, is in a hospice, like not hospice care, but you know that care when you have Alzheimer's.
Yep.
You know, like
Long-term care.
yeah. But apparently, she said that he winked at her.
That's
and,
awesome.
Smiled, so maybe he knows she's there.
Well, I had all my kids, and
Yeah,
they had their boyfriends, and now one of them has a fiance.
you didn't tell me that.
I know.
Yeah, I
'cause we
heard
were
that.
so bummed.
What happened?
Matt proposed to Megan.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Asked for permission and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And Megan's not the middle one, right?
Megan's the oldest.
Oldest. The middle one's which one?
Samantha.
Samantha, who I just met for the first time in 18 years
Apparently.
of being knowing you. Makes no sense to me.
I don't think that's true. That's the problem. I don't agree with either of you.
Of course, I know Becca
Yeah.
very well. Don't know, Becca's the youngest one. And I know you have several guns, so I always comment that your daughters are attractive, and that's all I leave it at. What pretty girls they are.
They're pretty
Right,
girls.
right, Skyla? What pretty girls they are?
My wife makes beautiful
Yeah,
children.
they're all beautiful.
Yep. Speaking of beautiful, Jason, where's your bride?
He's crushing some Chick-fil-A right now.
Did you say he's? Because
No,
it's swear that's what it
she
sounds.
said she's a.
Oh, okay.
She didn't say he. She said she's a.
She's,
So I understand you're.
grilling-
I understand you're traveling back from Florida to the great state of Nevada.
We are leaving the Freedom State to the, well, it's not really a tyranny state yet. But yeah, we're on our way. We're in Tallahassee.
Over here, it appears that we're all fearful of Omicron because everywhere I turn, someone is either getting COVID or it's like surrounding us.
Yep.
Part of the office is closed down here because of COVID. You hold on one second.
What he was going to say is one of
Hello?
our partners is shut down.
Anybody
Well,
heard
not
you?
partner.
Okay.
One of our neighbors has shut down their entire operation, and they're working from home because of the Omicron.
Oh, the
Tonight for
cases.
sure.
The cases, Joe.
Yeah, there's
when you
so
land,
many
text
right
me, I'll
now.
pick
It's
you up.
unbelievable. I mean, everywhere, not just here.
Right.
Yeah, but everybody says
Oh.
it's like the flu. It's like the flu. So maybe COVID had to get really strong to get really weak.
No,
don't know.
I told you this before. I mean, I'm not a biologist and I don't play one on TV, but the way these usually work is they're living, breathing organisms, and when they kill people, like really when they're really bad, like Ebola, they tend not to spread as well because people hunker down and they have to mutate in order to spread to the masses because they wanna be fruitful and multiply.
Yep, go forth and
Right.
multiply.
Go forth to multiply. So even of a virus like coronavirus, COVID-19, which COVID viruses have been around for a long time. Coronavirus has been around. But this particular mutation, they'll mutate over time to become more easier to get. But in order to do that, they have to be, of course, less killing. If you know what I'm saying, right? They have to be less lethal. So you can tell with this variant that they've clearly become less lethal because I don't believe anyone's died from it. Even CNN, who reported a death from it, had to back off and say, well, we know he had it, but he died from other conditions. Like car accident, I don't think is dying from COVID.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, it is what. So my understanding is no one's
Yeah,
died
man.
from the Omicron virus. But then again, I'm not suggesting that they for sure haven't. And YouTube, if you're going to freak out, I'm not trying to give misinformation. I said it's my understanding that no one has. The people I know that have got it, it's a cold. It's sometimes a bad flu. By the way, it used to be called the flu.
Nobody's gotten the flu this year or last year.
I know this because when I was 18 years old, Jason, I got the flu and almost died from it. You can die from the flu.
I know you can.
Yeah.
If you don't treat it, you can
Kills
die from
about
the flu.
60,000 people a year plus.
Right.
In the old days. Yeah.
What has the flu is Nile. It has the Nile flu. Stock down again today, even though at this point the market cap is about half of what we're mining in Bitcoin over the next year and a half. if you mine 200 million worth of Bitcoin and your market cap is 100 million,
That's awesome.
I mean, I guess you can just. I mean, we have a buyback in place that's
Right.
equivalent of like half the market
Can't we
cap.
just buy it all back?
I
go
guess. I
private?
don't know. I've got no comment. I've been through this before. I've been at this for 32, 33 years. I've been involved in being parts of companies where it didn't make sense until it made sense. I just think people do not understand. We have a defense division, an EV division, a lending division. Now we have hotels, real estate, hotels in New York City. At a point, something's got to give in. I can't tell whether the market's just giving me a Christmas treat so I can buy it back cheaper.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing. I really have no comment on the irrational exuberance either one way or the
Well,
other.
you know it'll be completely irrational.
I
when
think
it
it's
goes to
funny that
100 grand.
one year earlier this year they valued us at $10, and now we have free cash flow and a buyback approved and other things, and now they value us at $1 or whatever. I didn't even look at this point. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I am focused on Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, Jason, let's cover the markets real quick. I saw Bitcoin at over 51,000 today.
52.
Right.
Yep.
And I'm very. It got to close. It got over 52. Jason, I'll cover the markets real quick if you want a commentary. Let's do it real quickly here. Dow up 351 to 36,302. Nasdaq up 217 to 15,871. S&P up almost to 4,800 again. Wow, the S&P's back up again.
Yep.
Now it looks like it closed at 134. People forget we're the largest owner of FRD. We own about, I think, 9%. We're the largest shareholder of Friedman Industries, the steel company.
Yeah.
We're the largest owner of a couple companies, MDR, the REIT. Here's what it is. Jason, your thoughts on the market today? Have you had a chance to really look at it? I know that you were driving.
Yeah, not a whole lot. I saw small cap still not really back to where there's no upward trend there. I looked at, well, of course, I looked at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Silver, gold looked pretty good, but not overall. I've been driving, so I haven't really been able to look at it much. I do see that Nile is market cap is around $100 million, and what happens if your Bitcoin mining machines in your data center are worth 2.5 your market cap? That's weird.
Eventually, something's got to give. I mean, that's what happens in private equity, and that's what happens. I'm not going to comment because at this point, as the largest shareholder, it's in my best interest to buy more. When I can, I will. I've already said this. I've publicly said this a million times. I've telegraphed it. I've done this. So at this point, if the market wants to give it to me, I'm sure I'll take it over time. Jason, Joe. Oh, I'm sorry, Jason. Did I cut you off?
No, you're fine. Yep.
Joe, I wanted to touch base about the Michael Saylor comment. Now, do you have can we go to your screen or you have not connected?
I haven't pulled it up yet.
Have you seen this Michael Saylor comment, Jason, about where he thinks Bitcoin's going?
I have not. I misread a quote from Ray Dalio. I didn't really get a number from Dalio. Maybe you can go into that too.
Where's the news? Come on. I don't.
I know Dalio was talking about Bitcoin saying it will not reach 1 million, but did he say anything
He went
about
higher.
his...
He went way higher.
Yeah,
Dalio.
I'm not talking about Dalio. Let's talk about Michael Saylor. So I'm going to bring it up real quick, and then Joe, you can comment. Let's go to my screen real quick. Bitcoin bull Michael Saylor reportedly owns 866 million of cryptocurrency. Says token is headed to 6 million. What?
Yeah, he's on crack.
How does this make sense? It doesn't make sense. He owns more than 866 million. This makes no.
Yeah.
This headline doesn't make any sense.
He owns 122,478 Bitcoin.
Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. He owns it in his own account.
17,000. No, he owns 17,000 in his own account. He owns. It says that separately, a software analytics firm owns 122,478.
Can we go to my screen real quick so we can? Okay, yeah. Okay, so he owns 17,000. Wow, he's a bull.
Yeah,
he owns 17,732 of Bitcoin for himself, which means he has 866 million in his own account.
It's more than that because I was at
48,000. Separately, software analytics firm owns 122,478 and plans to keep adding to its stash. I've seen some really good arguments about Bitcoin being higher when it comes to you know that Greg F.O. How do you say his last name? Foss. He made an argument for $2 million Bitcoin.
He did.
When you were on that show, what did you think of his argument in terms of total production versus total sustained assets, et cetera?
So did McAfee, though.
Yeah, global assets. Yeah, it made sense. It definitely made sense. We got to get him back on the show too. By the way,
I don't think it makes sense.
How does it not make sense?
I do.
I mean, do the math.
Well, no. If you think about it, right, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin.
Right.
And you look at global assets and total, if you got to be 5% of sustainable global assets, that would put the coin at somewhere around 2 million a Bitcoin. Right?
Yep.
I mean, we'll have to go over that argument at a later time. Skyla, you may be a COVID victim again, or you think you don't have it?
I have no idea. I do have a headache, which is a symptom that I had last time I had it. So I'm hoping it was just because I drank all weekend. That's why I have a headache.
Well, at least she admits it.
So I'm just curious. What did you say that you believe that the world economy is at right now?
This is an argument we have to have rationally, because the argument about what Greg Foss makes is the total assets, the size of the total asset base, and what would be, and what he actually makes it on our podcast. So I'm going to make it
I'm
available.
actually saying his argument's wrong, but Michael Saylor's saying that Bitcoin's going to be worth $129 trillion. I mean, I don't know that it gets there, honestly.
No. It's 21 million times 2 million, and that's divided by.
Saylor's saying.
And that's 5%. Go ahead.
Saylor's saying
But
it's going to 6 million.
Saylor's saying 6 million a coin.
Wow.
$130 trillion market cap.
Right. Out of what size of the global economy?
I don't know what the global economy
Well,
is.
right now, we know in the U.S. it's 12 trillion, right? Right. Or is it 12 to 14 trillion? And I think the argument is made as a percentage of total assets globally. Saylor's argument is global assets, right? That he sees it as a global store of value. I'm not endorsing anyone's argument. I'm saying that as okay.
All I'm saying,
we're not prepared to have this argument today.
McAfee was right then. Let's just say it. Let's all say it out loud.
Skyla, what's your joke of the day? We're going to keep it really short today because we got a very busy week.
I do have one thing I want to talk about after she gets to her joke.
All right. What did the dinosaur make his bathroom floor out of?
What's the dinosaur?
Reptiles.
Reptiles.
Oh my good dude, that's a good dad joke though.
I know, right?
It's
a total
good
dad joke.
I would sign up for that. Okay, Jason, I got something for you. Iranian crypto miners are forced to deal with restrictions again. They're shutting it down for the cold winter. 500 megawatts off, but you got to hear this last part of the article. So they believe that legal miners consume about 300 megawatts of power, while illegal miners burn up to 3 gigawatts of power. But they announced in November, and I missed this article, that they had confiscated 220,000 machines and brought them all offline.
Oh, you know what? Didn't we see that? Oh, no, that was Malaysia or somewhere where they destroyed them all?
I think that was Malaysia where they destroyed them all. But this was specifically in Iran. They just confiscated 220,000, and they shut down close to 6,000 illegal crypto farms in the country between November and December. So I didn't see the effect. In fact, difficulty went up.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going to happen there. What's going on with the Ayatollah there and Ahmadinejad and all the mullahs? They don't like crypto?
No, they love crypto. They made it part of Islamic law.
Okay.
They made it acceptable. So,
hey, hearing the Naked deal closes Wednesday. I hope that's true. Naked will be a Centro at that point. That'll be exciting. Centro's a really exciting business. They have a lot of cars they're producing, electric vehicles they're producing, especially for last mile stuff. So I'm pretty excited about them.
that'd be neat.
Yeah, we have a small position. I know someone said to me, "How's that Naked treating you?" We already made a lot of money in Naked. We're fine. We don't look at. It's a really strange thing, and that is, I do want to bring it back home that I know it's troubling for people that Nile's down in price, and I know it took a long time for us to get it properly financed. But once a business is properly financed, I look at stock ownership as actually owning a business. And while I do trade, and I have traded with Jason in the past, and I file 13Ds, I do look at the ownership of a stock as the ownership of a business. I've never been more comfortable with Nile in my life. I've never been more comfortable with Ault Alliance in my life. I've never been more comfortable with the team, which I conveyed to you and Darren today.
Yep.
We're finally mining Bitcoin the way I want to mine it, the way we want to mine it. We have control of our own data center. We have control of our power agreement with the nuclear power plant.
Right.
Now, do I say that right? Nuclear? Is that right?
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
I just want to say I like
Nuclear.
George Bush said it.
Nuclear. Is that,
Nuclear.
am I saying
That's-
nuclear?
You say it like Bush.
Am I saying nuclear?
Nuclear.
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 I'm very comfortable with a nuclear agreement.
Yes. You got it. You got it.
So I get people all upset, but like I'm a business owner, my friends. If the stock market closed for 5 years, I'd still own these businesses.
You would.
Now I would be unhappy because I would like someday
Oh, that would
for
drive
someone
you
to buy
nuts.
Alzheimer.
I
I'd be
gotta tell you,
really
that would
unhappy.
drive you nuts.
That would drive me crazy. But I'm in a good mood about things. I really am. I know that some people who are traders are not, but
I'm more worried about the banks centralizing the coins.
what do you mean centralizing?
Russia just the Russia's equivalent of the Fed is announcing that they've finalized their platform for turning Russia's currency crypto. What happens when they have a cryptocurrency and we have a fiat currency? I mean,
Yeah, but that's just the crypto. Listen, I think there's a lot of people talking about disintermediation between the banks. I do not believe that everyone's just going to have a crypto account with the Federal Reserve. You could argue, Jason, that you could have a crypto account with the Federal Reserve. I would tell you one thing to be careful about, all right, is that be careful what you wish for because they'll know what you spend all your money on when you have a digitized dollar. Every single penny. And don't think the Chinese don't want that control. That's why they're creating their own dollar. I think you're always going to have a chance to have fiat and crypto. And I mean, there's no question they're going to create a crypto dollar, right? Where the U.S. government will issue a cryptocurrency that is backed by the dollar. I don't think there's any question that's going to happen. It's a question of when the old farts that run the place wake up,
running it.
right? Are no longer running it. It's a question of when Skyla's group was. Skyla's 21, so people a little older.
When
than Skyla.
our group actually gets to take over.
Yeah, they're gonna have a crypto dollar, but there's a difference between the dollar and a digital asset. Bitcoin to me is a digital asset controlled by energy. The energy put into it, that is irreplaceable. Where those dollars that are in crypto, that are fiat backed, are going to be, you can still print unlimited amounts of them, right? Russia's still going to have to issue more ruble. They're not going to say we're only issuing a certain number of ruble, we're stopping. Just don't believe it. They're gonna disintermediate. They're gonna continue to inflate the economy. It's just not gonna go away. They're gonna debase those dollars. They're gonna debase the rubles. They're gonna debase. Jason, am I like hallucinating that somehow the government's going to suddenly say we're going to issue a limited number of ruble in Russia?
No, if the digital fiat is backed by fiat, it doesn't matter what's backing fiat.
Right.
Nothing.
So there'll be a digital fiat, but a digital asset, not digital currency. I don't view Bitcoin anymore as digital currency as much as I do that it's a living, breathing asset that you don't have to pay more to keep. Like when we own real estate, those hotels, we're putting $13 million in upgrading those hotels. That's going to cost us money. We bake into the cake every month when we get all that cash flow. We replace that cash flow we put a certain amount aside because every 7 years we're redoing those rooms, we're cleaning the hotels, we're doing things to them to upgrade them again, right?
Right.
When you own Bitcoin, you never have to pay for an upgrade.
Right.
You don't have to pay to service it. You can put it in cold storage. It doesn't cost you any money. It's not like energy where you transfer it, you lose 2% a month in batteries. If you send it 500 miles, you lose 6%. I think Sailor's onto something here, and I'm a big component of it. Hey, why are we separating Nile from Ault Alliance so that you can have a pure play with 20,600 miners mining 200, 300 million worth of Bitcoin, depending on price, controlling your own data center. We're not hosting with someone else. We're not paying Core Scientific, which a lot of people are doing, to host our miners. We have our own gig.
Yep.
We have our own Crypto Joe.
We do.
right?
Yep.
So I'm pretty gung ho about that.
Yeah,
Hey, let's talk about-
Crypto Joe literally touches 1,885 beautiful miners that are sitting in Michigan. Like he's touched them. He installed them.
Yeah. Well, he didn't install all of
Awesome.
them.
No, I didn't install all.
There's groups of people back there.
Yeah,
do the work.
now there are definitely groups of
Hey,
people.
Joe's made big time. Now he has to install 20,600.
Yeah, Joe finally got people to do that work.
Yeah,
for him.
for sure. Hey guys, obviously we're New Year's Eve is the 31st. We are going to have a New Year's Eve. The market's open. We're going to have a final show of the year. It'll be a fun show. I have to be careful here. Whatever we're going to give away, I'll make sure I clear it ahead of time with Willie and make sure we follow all the YouTube laws about giving away stuff. We're going to have an episode on Wednesday. Believe it or not, we have a very busy week this week. We are doing a lot of stuff. It's after 1 o'clock, so I'm pretty excited about some things going on today. Jason, anything you want to cover before I call it a day?
No, I'm gonna get an IV of Red Bull and haul ass back to Las Vegas so I can put my head down and get back to work.
Hey, everyone, be careful with Naked Brands. There is an issue with the QSIP number. You should be careful in your account to make sure you know how many shares you have of Naked Brands. I'd be extra careful to not oversell, where then you'd have to buy back. I think there's some overselling going on. I think the deal closes Wednesday. Don't rely on me for information. I'm giving you my opinion. I'm telling you what I'm hearing. I don't know for sure what the details are, but I am long some Naked Brand for full disclosure. For full disclosure, I'm going to go through really quickly some of the positions we're long towards year end because Jason and I like to do this. We like to be transparent, and we got a lot of positions. I'm going to go through them with you in order real quickly. And here we go. Let's see here. By market value. We're long Alzheimer's Neuro. We talked about that before. We are a big shareholder of Alzheimer's Neuro. We are long. That's weird. Some sort of. Oh. There's some sort of like gummy stuff underneath this thing that is getting on my leg. It's like a grease or something. Really? On where? These cables. It's weird.
From when we waxed them.
Yeah. Friedman Industries, FRD, we are the largest shareholder. VPRX, we have not filed a 13D on VPRX. We're an owner. BIVI, we are an owner. AG, we're an owner. HUSA, we do have a 13D. SSNT, we have a 13D, I believe. MDRR, we for sure are the largest owner of that REIT. All the other positions are minority positions here. I think that's about it. Yeah. We have a lot of private stuff and things going public, but in general, we'll cover this towards the year end. We'll talk about a year in review, which we're going to do on Friday. We're going to talk about what we think is going to happen for 2022. You're not going to want to miss the last episode of the year. It is going to be a full show. We'll probably run an hour and a half on that show. We're going to cover what we've done for the year. We're going to have a very, very big conversation about Nile and the breakup of what is one of the largest assets that we own.
Mm-hmm.
Nile, Alt Alliance, what's happening with Gresham Worldwide, what's happening with Turn On Green, which is finally selling.
Super excited about that.
I'm so excited to see that Amazon is selling our product, and it's going well. I'm excited about that.
Yep.
Turn On Green. What we're doing with the lender, what we're doing with the real estate portfolio, agree, what we did with Chris. We'll talk about the buyback and our future plans. Everything we're legally allowed to talk about. Now, I want to be clear, I only talk about things we're allowed to talk about, which the lawyers will eliminate about 85% about what I want to say.
Yep.
But Joe, you'll be here. We'll be talking about crypto mining.
Yep.
Hopefully, Brian will be able to do a live stream with us, maybe pull up the phone and show us some crypto mining going on.
I actually think I got a guy there that can do that.
Do you think we can do it? So Friday's going to be a big show. We appreciate everyone. Brett and Nick, I'm sorry about the COVID thing. If I have it, I may have given it to you. I hope not. I noticed you guys are masked up there. Joe, you're not masked. So you just must trust me?
No.
Have you had your booster?
No, but I'm going to put my Superman shirt on. We'll call it a day.
Okay, I've been vaccinated twice and have a booster and have a lump over my shoulder to prove it. I had to go get a CT scan to prove that.
That's exactly why I have not gotten the booster yet. That thing scares the shit out of me.
I got the booster on the other side of the lump for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, I went hiking in Red Rock. Skyla, you'll like to know this. I used your pass, said I was with Skylar Waltering in the car, even though it was my wife and your mom. And I went to have you went out to Red Rock?
We have not done that yet.
Okay, It's beautiful out
I'm
there.
glad you got to see it. It's so beautiful.
It's so beautiful out there. And I went for a small hike. Believe it or not, I didn't die. At one point, I said to my wife, when I was kind of huffing it a little bit, I said, you know, my kids are going to say it's 30 degrees outside. You brought my dad to go hiking when it was cold and like snow on the ground, and he was in shorts and a jacket. Were you trying to kill him? Because that's the kind of movie, like, you know, if Dateline was reporting, strangely enough, Todd has never hiked the Red Rock Mountains,
Ever.
but Christy and his sister took him along for the ride, and he was out there in shorts and a
And
t-shirt.
we noticed their passage being used 40 times.
Exactly.
Like they were scouting the area.
Exactly. But I didn't end up dying. It was fine. I'm
didn't think
doing
you
a
would.
lot more exercise than I
That's
used
good.
to. Yeah. But I enjoyed it. Thanks to Julia and Christy for taking me out to Red Rock. Those of you who have not been out to Vegas and been to Vegas and only spent time on the Strip do not know what you're missing with the Valley of Fire, with Red Rock, with Mount Charleston. You know, I know, Jason, the last time you were up there, did you guys burn the place down? What happened up there?
No, we took the dog. It was a good time. Beautiful up there. I really like that in Mount Charleston too. I highly recommend Mount Charleston. You'll get a nice, a lot of snow up there. It's beautiful.
I want to say for the record, Jason, before we close it out, I'm so grateful that you're in the car coming back, because I got to be honest with you, just 2 days ago, someone told me, I bet you he's not coming back.
You should have put a bet on that.
I would have put a bet on it. I knew he was coming back.
Oh, you thought he was coming back?
Oh, yeah.
I
knew
heard
Jason was
Jason
coming
likes
back.
Florida. He doesn't want to come back.
He loves Florida. They got a good governor.
Hey, but
Yeah.
Jason will be back in Florida at the end of February for something special. We got a lot on our plate, guys. We have a lot coming up for 2022. I, like you, am mildly bummed about the price of Nile.
Me too.
I would have thought the split up, the breakup, the 200+ million in, well, 20,000. I see people announcing they bought like 7,000 miners. I'm like, yeah, we bought 20,600 of them. We've already.
oh, yeah, that
I mean,
one was
we've already
great. They
paid for a huge amount of them. It makes
Yeah.
no sense. We're already mining, I think, close to 18 million a year in Bitcoin and growing by the month, give or take.
Yeah.
You know, depending on where
Yeah.
Bitcoin is. Of course, I have to give all the caveats that Bitcoin can go up or down. But
Difficulty can go up
know-
or down too.
yeah, I don't care. I don't care. You do
One
what you
thing-
want. Whatever.
One thing about the 20.6 is you could actually make a case to have that number higher based on the amount of each, green miners we had. But the 20,600 is fine.
Well, the 4,600 green miners are 140 terahash. I looked online, and the miners are selling for $15,000, the SJ19 Pros, and the other ones are selling for like 17 to 20,000. That would mean we'd have, by the time we're deployed, $250 million worth of miners, give or take 25 million here or
Right.
there. So I'm
Yeah.
just not worried about it. I'm sleeping fine. I'm sad for everyone that's having to take tax losses and that. But there's nothing I can do about that. It is what it is. We have a buyback in place. I'm pretty happy with. Believe it or not, we're ending the year as a business that I'm very proud of. Very proud of the people who work with me. I talked to Will about this yesterday. He said, "Listen, BitNile, the BitNile Inc., Darren, you and the team, Jason, all the people back in Michigan that are working there. Joe, you've been establishing a great team. I'm pretty happy with the progress we're making. Everybody, we'll see you on Sunday. Be careful with Naked, as I said. Weird market. Probably the strangest time I've ever been when I see a sitting president who is. I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to.
I can't say it.
Market's going back up. I don't know what we're going to do about. 2022 is going to be an interesting election cycle. I'll tell you that. It is with reckless abandon. We'll see what happens in 2022. We'll see everybody on the 29th of December.
Yep.
New Year's Eve's on a Friday night this year.
It'll be fun.
Katy Perry, will I see you? Will I see you? I don't know.
Largest fireworks show in Vegas ever, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, we'll see you
Oh,
on
yeah.
Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Skyla, get that COVID test. We'll see you soon.
I got it tomorrow.
All right.
See ya.
I got it. Bye.